First of all, thank you all for being here tonight. It has been one heck of a journey. We would not have been as successful without each and every one of you. Please give yourself a hand. It's a joint effort. It was a team effort. Thank you. Now, in a room with 200 people, all who should be mentioned and acknowledged, chances are I'm going to make a mistake. So let me just recognize a few key people. And I would like, somewhere on Capitol Hill, in the next 30 seconds, for my colleagues to hear your recognition of my wife, Beverly Massa. No one put up with more, no one put up with me, and no one was more essential to us winning this seat than she was for 4 years. 4 years she believed in this. Now, for the first time in almost a decade, I'm very honored to have here the entire genetic tree of the Massa family. And just to make it interesting, I have to warn you that some of my siblings and some of my parents are known to be registered Republicans, but they still support me. So we do have a bit of bipartisanship. In no order of seniority, my father, Captain Emilio Massa, my mother, without whom I wouldn't be there, May Massa, my oldest sister, Joy, my older brother, Emilio Jr., my sister and her husband, Patty and Alan, my baby brother, who's a lot bigger than I am, Michael. Thank you all very much for coming out, Mom and Dad, everybody. There's 2 more people I want to recognize, especially before I say just a few words. I have been honored in the last 4 years to watch these 2 young people grow into young adults. And they have done so under the scrutiny of an unforgiving press in a small town that's not known for forgiveness. And they've done so in an environment that very few adults could tolerate. My son Justin, my daughter Alexandra, thank you very much, both of you. You know, just when you think things are great and you're feeling really good about winning an election, the good Lord sends a messenger to bring you back to earth. And the other day, not too long ago, my wife in our small town was driving home in our Family Values minivan. And she drove by on a 4-lane road an obviously older, perhaps elderly woman with a shopping bag. And it didn't look right, and it didn't feel right. So she stopped, and she offered the woman a ride. And she got in the car. And this is right after the election. There must have been 3,000 Massa for Congress signs out in public. And my wife was trying to make small talk. How's the weather, etc. But it was uncomfortably quiet, and the passenger didn't say a word. To the point of, boy, this didn't feel right. So Beverly, a lot like me, she's very shy and quiet. She said, perhaps you've heard of my husband. His name is Eric Massa. He just won a congressional race. Still nothing. And a few more blocks went on. True story. The woman looked between the seats of the minivan, and there was a bottle of wine that had just been purchased. And this woman, after all these attempts at conversation and silence, looked down. The first thing she said to my wife was, "What's that?" And my wife said, "It's a bottle of wine. I got it for my husband." And she looked at my wife and said, "Good trade." So just when you think you're doing good, I want to read something to you just for a second. And I will do this in the official language that is calligraphied here on this paper. State of New York, State Board of Elections, Albany, New York. We hereby certify that at a meeting of the State Board of Canvassers, which canvassed the vote at the general election held in this state on the 4th day of November in the year of our Lord, 2008, and whose original determination is on file in this department, it was determined that Eric James Joseph Massa was by the greatest number of votes cast at said election, duly elected representative to the United States Congress from the 29th Congressional District. Thank you all. If you have ever wondered what $3.5 million looks like, right here is what it looks like. $3.5 million. Thank you all for those who made that happen. I will close tonight with a gift that was just given to me. Many of you know that as I campaigned across party lines. As somewhat of an unconventional, rural, Franklin Delano Roosevelt Democrat who holds very strong family and rural values, and yet who believes in the right to equality for all. And that belief was given to me by my parents, by my siblings, by my wife and children, but most importantly by the document I'm holding in my hand. This is the Constitution of the United States of America. And tomorrow, I will raise my right hand again, as I did every year for 24 years. And I will pledge my life, and I will pledge my being to defending this document for all of you. God bless you, and thank you for being here tonight.